I do the same type of lacing with my Easy Quantums.
I hate laces when they just don't want to catch and knot up.
Well, because sometimes the lace be like the rope be too thick. So, oh, that sounds wild.
Whoa.
Hold up.
I feel like you should cut a hole in that block.
In the block?
Like, put stuff in it. Like make a hinge and a door.
People like hinge. I've seen people they like cut like a little like tiny slit in it, and then they put like a light in it so it lights up. I was thinking about doing that.
In the laces?
To do that.
No, they put it in the
bubble.
back in the brick. The dude put a little tiny slit in it, and then he put a light in it, and it like a little rechargeable light thing. And so
I like that.
Yeah, I like that idea too. So I can walk around and it'll just light up, type shit.
And then
like
you just charge
city.
it.
Yeah, you just charge it.
You should get like some Philips Hue shit so you could change the colors.
That would be fire.
Hell yeah.
That would be fire.
It'd be next level Playboy shit.
Oh yeah. I wish they did something though. I wish they had like whales in them so I could like slide around or some shit.
Wait.
For anyone who's asking, I'm talking about the fucking heels on the back of my shoes, or who's wondering.
Or you could turn it into like a rollerblade and then use the back as like a brake. Puts a touch.
Oh my god.
Anyways, it's the EOD podcast, motherfuckers. What is good?
Hey.
Welcome to a brand new episode. It is your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
It's your boy T.
TTT will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I didn't mean to fuck that up.
You fucked that up.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Oh wow. I actually just cut that shit, man.
Oh.
Crazy.
Oh, is this motherfucker bugging?
No, well, because what happened was I have a keyboard cover on my keyboard.
These people don't give a fuck about your explanations.
Yeah, they're like,
Yeah, they don't care.
fucked up the song.
Yeah, it's like you fucked up the sound. Are we running it back? All right.
Fuck yeah, we're running that shit back.
It is your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin exclusive.
Yes, sir. It's your boy T.
TTT will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
This brand new episode of the EOD podcast.
116, I think?
Yeah, 116. Then we're at it. We're very much at it. We're killing it. Let's cheers to that.
End of the day podcast.
It's been a long week.
It has been.
Cheers.
It has been.
I had to
Cheers.
DJ those drops
Another
real
one.
quick.
Yeah.
Cheers. Yeah. I feel like the week's feeling a little bit longer now that the weather's heating up. I feel like
It's been cold.
Nah, the last
Well, today was
this
hot
week's
as fuck.
this
Yeah.
week's been slowly rising in temperature.
Yeah,
And I feel like
it's getting there.
when it's hot out, it just makes everything a little bit more difficult to do.
Yeah. I'm not ready for the full on summer yet.
Yeah, I gotta. Me neither. I gotta get the fucking coolant in my car fixed. I gotta.
My AC is out right now.
Yeah, like totally out because you have to get the same thing.
I think I have to go see my boy Jose. Shout out Jose.
Shout out Jose. This is a Jose for everyone.
He's the
Yeah,
best.
he's a great mechanic, but he needs to check it. I think it's my Freon, and you can just like refill that.
Yeah, that's the same thing I gotta. That's the same thing I gotta do.
Yeah, so my
Yeah.
car's mad old, so it's about time.
See,
I
I'm
used
not.
to know this kid that would get high off of Freon.
What?
Yeah, like from the house.
I feel like
from the house
acquiring
conditioner.
Freon as a child seems like it would be more difficult than acquiring like
Drugs.
some hard drugs.
But I feel like Freon, if you're trying to get fucked up, Freon's probably that shit. Like,
I'm sick.
if you're looking to get lit,
It's like Whip It.
if you want to get
the
fucked
Wawas.
up off of a drug, Freon's probably like top tier, like to fuck you up, because that shit sounds like it's dangerous as fuck to snorted. What is he doing with Freon?
I think you would like
you eat
inhale.
it?
I think it was like Whip It, like
Oh,
a
okay.
giant industrial Whip It.
That shit sounds wild to do
Yeah.
some fucking Freon. Yeah, no, I gotta get the same thing fixed in my car. The funny thing about it is in Boston, it's only really summer for like 3-4 months out of the year, so you only really need your AC for a few months. Out here, you use your AC. You can use your AC for like a majority of the year.
Yeah,
so I've
dude.
never run into this problem as far as like needing to change my AC, like the Freon in my car.
See, the problem is summertime in California usually is when shit starts to break, just because you know you have like the cold or the frigid winter where it kind of freezes things up, and then the summer comes and it just dries everything out. So you have like the pipes in your car fucking crack. Like, I've had to do a decent amount of repairs, I feel like, in the summertime, just because that time of year is
you don't want to have a barbecue.
Well, I mean, just in general, that really shows what your car
definitely not.
It definitely shows what your car is made of, how it runs during the summer, because you have just like that level of that level of the weather going against you with the heat. That, I mean, having to keep you cool and then maintain and drive you around as well is like asking a lot from a car.
Facts.
But it's 2021. The modern innovation and all that, cars should be able to do it a lot better. I know you're rolling in something a little older.
Yeah, I got a 04 right now. It's funny because I feel like even when I make the transition and get a newer car,
yeah,
I'll still want like a project vintage car, because I just love old school 90s 80s cars, especially German cars like BMW.
You'll
Audi.
You'll always want one in the collection, you mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
But like,
my dream is, I mean, honestly, I love Porsche, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, me too.
People like get into that.
I love them.
Personally, I love Porsches. My dad had one when I was a kid. He had a red, I think it was a 72 Carrera, but I'm gonna have to check with him on that. It was red with tan interior, stick shift, 5-speed, like, and I just remember, like, in childhood, just loving that, but not really understanding what was happening, because he was shifting the gears, and I was, as a kid, I'm just like, yo, I don't know what that is, but like driving always just looked cool to me.
Yeah.
And I started race games early on as a kid, like playing them on my computer with the race wheel. I love that shit, so I think I'm always gonna love driving. Like, even now, I like to drive home because I take the Canyon.
Oh, you always take the Canyon?
Yeah, I don't know. I like the scenic drive on the highway, PCH.
Yeah, I like it too. It just is.
And then I take Topanga Canyon, and
yeah,
I got the stick shift, so I enjoy that shit.
You would.
Terrence is top 10 best drivers in the world.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what he said.
Facts.
TTT will
That's what he tells me every day.
Self-proclaimed.
Oh, that's what I thought you were confirming that.
I'm just repeating. I believe in the man.
Hey, no, on some shit though.
Oh, no, I feel the self-confidence is needed. It was just funny how that came off originally. I thought she was not like co-signing that, but she was just acknowledging that you say it.
It was, I mean, it's funny because I'm glad growing up I didn't have like super fast cars, because probably would have done some dumb shit.
Yeah.
I got a speeding ticket like 8 hours after I got my license.
That's a wild story.
Speeding ticket, I never got. Have you gotten a speeding ticket?
I got pulled over for speeding, but I didn't get a ticket. It was kind of like a warning.
How fast were you going?
Not fast. He just pulled on. Okay, maybe I was going like 10 to 12 miles over.
Yeah.
But it was the way I was driving. I was like, because when I'm in traffic,
in and out of lanes.
mind you, after a long day, this was back before COVID. You feel me? Where LA traffic's horrible, and I was almost home, and I was like home stretch, and I was kind of weaving through traffic, and he just pulled up behind me, but not with the blue and red sirens, just red.
Yes,
he just had the red sirens on, and I was like, oh shit. He pulled up on me like hard, like right behind me, bumper to bumper, and I was like, oh, I gotta pull over. He's like, oh, you're speeding. It's like, you need to slow it down. Just like gave me a warning.
You need to slow it down. He's just telling you.
I was like, I'm just trying to get home. Like, it's a long day. I just told him straight up.
Yeah, see, I'm a moderate weaver. I feel like you're a heavy weaver.
In traffic, I'm very strategic with my driving. I know about braking. Like, I drive stick shift, so I try to anticipate like how far I need to be back so I don't have to brake.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Because of the way the car, it's the type of car you have to drive. You drive. like I can understand that.
It's just good handling, you know. Like
I can understand.
I drive other cars. Like I'll drive my pop's car or even Kristen's car, and they're a little bit more wide body. You know, the suspension's a little bit more loose. I have springs, so mine's like I have tight suspension, so I feel every bump in the road, which is annoying. But like I'll drive in someone else's car and their suspension's mad chill, and I'm just like, damn, kind of miss this. But the handling is where it's at. I like being able to handle the car, like drive it right. So, sorry, driving tangent.
I know, right? What the fuck?
Never talked about driving before, but
we never talked about that shit before.
I would, if I had a faster car, I'd race.
I wish I knew how to drive stick. It does look fun,
bro.
I haven't driven it so long. I learned how to drive on a stick shift car.
There's this 13 mile racetrack in Canada called.
That sounds
I think
fun.
it's called like Nuremberg or something, but you can drive on that shit.
Yeah, I learned how to drive on a stick shift car, but I haven't driven in like years. Honestly, so I don't know if I still know how to like actively do it.
How long were you driving it?
I learned how to drive on a stick shift car, drove it until I got my license, and then
it would probably take you a day or two.
Yeah, I didn't have a car honestly even after I got my license for years. In Boston, you don't need a fucking car; you can just get around.
Which is cool.
Yeah, it's
a cool concept.
Yeah, so what else is up, guys? How are you doing? How's everything been? How's life? How's the readjustment of every day that's happening? I think a little bit is happening every day. Just like a little bit of an adjustment.
I mean,
to the new norm.
Yeah, I hear that they're letting people go mask off now.
Yeah.
If they're vaccinated, which
outside.
Is interesting.
I mean, me personally, since I've gotten my first shot, I've been a little, I don't want to say reckless, but just like, I've just felt like
it doesn't matter. You're protected.
Yeah, I just feel a little better because I think even within the last year, I might have given myself a bit of a phobia of germs in a sense, or just like being normal.
An awareness.
Yeah. Which is like, you should always have an awareness. Like, I don't think
it's just heightened.
Yeah, it's just heightened. I don't think the washing of the hands and the constant use of like antibacterial stuff and things like that, I don't think that's ever going to go anywhere. I'm cool with that. I'm okay with that. But yeah, as far as wearing a mask and shit like that, like I'm like trying to, I can see myself being on the front line of just like, nah, fuck it, I'm not wearing a mask. I'm okay. I'm not gonna.
I'll be on the front line.
You said on the front line.
Yeah.
Don't worry, people. Follow me.
Yeah, I don't know. It's because it's like.
Well, no, when I say front line, there's gonna be people you're around who you just notice that they don't.
But
they always wear a mask.
Also, always wear a mask, and then people around who are just like, oh shit, they're just really loose with it. They put it on.
Yeah, but I feel like we've already noticed that already.
My
you already know who's gonna be who.
And I feel like I'm kind of like been getting into that space where I'm like, yeah, when I get out of my car, if I'm not walking into a place or anything like that, I don't have a mask
off.
on. Like I'm not walking with a mask on. Like,
the issue is though, what about people that aren't vaxxed and they just take their mask off? Because that's gonna be a thing as well.
Well, I mean,
like,
ultimately,
there's not gonna be people
like they feel safe because other people are vaccinated.
But I feel like why don't you have a vaccine? Is it because you don't have access to it, or because you don't want one? Because if the answer is you don't want one, who cares? Should be the answer to me, right? Like if everyone else is vaccinated and they're safe, like you should be good.
I think technically you're still putting some people at danger, I guess. I feel you though. Like if everyone else is vaccinated and protected, and then there are those people that walk around without a mask on, I guess they're only putting those other people who chose to not get the vaccine in danger.
So I feel like that's what it's going to end up having to. Oh, okay. Pause. So the other day I overheard a conversation and my client was saying about how she was reading this long article in the Huffington Post about mask etiquette or not mask etiquette, but like vaccination etiquette, and how everyone's like talking about it, asking each other, and they're saying like the future is like just stop asking, it's not your business. And I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, stop asking if I'm gay.
No, you know what I mean? Like, it is like...
Wait, what? I'm so... Because I was following what you were saying, and then he just threw me off completely.
Don't ask my sexual preference or if I've got the vaccine.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, and I get
like,
it. You know, like...
I see what you're saying.
It's just like sex, religion, vaccines now. Like, people, like, you're... At some point...
Yeah, don't ask if I believe in God. Don't ask...
Because a lot of people choose not to get vaccines
don't ask
for religious reasons, which, like, that's whatever, but it's regardless, it's religious reasons for some people. You know, so it's like you wouldn't. I don't know. It's just like, it made sense that it would.
Some
there would
workplace discrimination
facts
going on.
Yeah. They're just, the future is just like have a little more respect, I guess, around it. But I mean, I talk about politics anyway, so whatever. But
yeah, I don't know. It's just like, I mean, most of the people are like posting their fucking cards and shit and their shots and shit like that. So I mean, I can understand why people feel comfortable asking. Oh yeah, and because it's like very new. Like this is the first time that it's So I mean, like I can
a global pandemic.
But at the same time, like people were getting vaccinated for other things, but no one's ever really asked them like, "Oh, do you get your flu?" Like people might casually ask if you get your flu shot, but if you say no, no one's like word. Like they're not like There's no like level.
That's gonna be the thing.
You know what I'm saying? Like So I don't know. Like. It is weird. I find it weird to like care or ask, but at the same time I understand, and then I find it weird to like get it and post it, like posting your card. And I don't know. I felt like that about the voting, like when
like you're just doing it for the trend,
the look.
Yeah,
like
that is a real thing.
But at the same time, like it's hard to say that about a fucking virus that kills people, because like most
100%.
They could be doing it for a level of like fitting in, but at the end of the day, they are doing it. For, it is helping. It's a good reason. I can't really be mad at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, on well, I guess it's not really brighter news, but what about these L's you're taking on the sneakers? I seen.
Bro, how is that brighter at all?
That's not really brighter news.
With the doom and gloom.
I mean, I guess it's funny because
wait. I want to take a moment. I want to take a moment because you pointed me out. You said, "Oh, you're talking about these LT because I know that means you hit." Did you get some of those dunks that dropped?
I actually have not. I've been busy.
Wait, you didn't even try?
I didn't even try. I've been busy trying to fucking get my credit score into the high 700s.
But you could sell.
Isn't it really exciting watching your credit score rise?
I guess. I don't know. I've been like listening to like varying levels of like information. And granted, your credit score in some ways does matter. In some ways, it can help and benefit you. But at the same time, if you think contextually and you think like, all right, really your credit score is if you want to borrow. But if you live a life of never having to borrow, then your credit score doesn't matter.
But it matters if you get like an apartment. Also, like for like people living regular lives.
Yeah, to a degree, yes. That's where I'm like that level is sensible. But if you don't do anything, you have a high 6s or 7s.
No, one of my apartments I had like shit credit, and I just made a lot of money, so I had like I could show them that I made money, and that was the only reason we got it.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like there's ways around it, but like as long as I feel like if it's not fucked up, then even if you don't have any credit cards out in your name. I think you should be fine. I feel like you should be fine.
But there is a pause for a future ad. My homie has a credit card or a debit card company called Extra, and it helps you build your credit.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
It's an app. If you download it, it's called Extra, and then you get it like a debit card.
Yeah. Gotta
get a debit card.
Yeah.
And then it builds your credit, and then you can also purchase things through the app with the points. It's like a Chuck E. Cheese card.
That sounds pretty cool. Anything to help build your credit, I'm down for.
There's also what's that app that Jay-Z he invested in?
Yeah, he did. I can't remember the name.
Oh, with Netflix.
I don't remember the name of the app, but it essentially lets you use your streaming service like subscriptions to build your credit.
Purge credit app.
Purge credit. That actually seems pretty cool because I got about 3 or 4 streaming services I could throw on there.
Yeah. Seems legit. I mean, it makes sense. I hate the fact that they don't count things like that. It doesn't make any sense why they wouldn't count something like that.
Yeah, if you're consistent. I'm wondering if I can put on, like, I pay monthly for my car wash service. You know, like...
I don't know. You'd have to holler at Jigga for that one. I mean, it's because the thing about it is like, if you don't pay your Netflix and it goes into collections, it'll ping your credit. Like, it'll hurt you if you don't pay it.
Yeah.
And you let it build up and you don't pay it off, it'll hurt your credit. But if you pay it, it doesn't benefit you at all in your credit. So it definitely makes sense that something like that exists.
I definitely need to download that.
But yes, that's why I did not try. I honestly, the 4s that dropped today, I didn't try for those.
I wasn't really feeling the 4s. If I'm not invested in the sneaker, I'm not gonna.
There you go. And I mean, honestly, I'm definitely not saying I'm over sneakers in the slightest, because there's
you're not over sneakers at all. Get out of town.
I'm definitely not saying that in the slightest. I've just been like kind of just like letting time go on before, because one thing I've noticed is they might not release that same shoe, but they'll find another way to release that same shoe. They released the Travis 4s, and they found another way to release.
And then they made the mochas.
They made the mochas.
Sorry, you said 4s.
4s, yeah, just because of this recent Jordan 4 release. They found another way to release.
Oh shit, those do like the. They look like the Travises. That's crazy. Travises.
And the mochas, your example that you just said.
The mochas and the ones. Yeah.
The mochas, here's a crazy thing, is the mochas probably were already planned before the Travises.
And to be completely honest, I like the mochas better than the Travises.
Yeah, because I'm not the biggest fan of the backward swoosh, honestly.
Honestly, the build of the...
I don't really like it.
The feels Travis, blasphemous to you?
No, it just looks weird.
The cut of the shoe is kind of weird as well. Like, it just doesn't feel like a normal AJ1.
It's not cut like a normal AJ1. It's cut a little...
It's cut different, right?
A little differently, yeah. The shoe build is a little different because of the pocket and the collar.
And
that it has in it.
I think that's what it is. The tongue for me is just not very...
Yeah, it's cut a little differently. Yeah. I don't mind it. I think it's a good looking shoe. The backward swoosh is just it's a little awkward for me. Right. I don't hate it, but...
do you think that's the best Travis rendition?
No, I would say, me personally, the best like Travis shoe.
The 270 or the.
I'm kind of weird and old school. I like the Air Forces that he did. The ones that he did.
With
the grill on the.
That's
thing.
straight.
I like the ones. I like those, and then
Kristen, have you seen those?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like white and...
Oh, they're all white.
They have an interchangeable swoosh.
Yeah, I like those. Those are like probably my favorite Travises out of all of them. That if I could like...
That's a fair...
If I could like get a pair... Those are probably one of the most expensive Travises to this date right now.
Is that facts?
Yeah, those are really... Because those were when Travis didn't really have the full Nike... cosign. He was kind of just starting to work with those. So those runs of those shoes were a lot lower.
Yeah, because it was just an Air Force with his logo on the shoe.
He had the logo on the tongue.
Yeah.
He had an interchangeable swoosh. And then he had the grill like at the bottom of the shoe. So it was cool. It came with a lot. He had 2 renditions. He had like an off-white one that he released at ComplexCon the following, that same year, I think. But those ones, I believe those are some of the more expensive. They might not be as expensive because it's an Air Force One and it's white and it's kind of just like straightforward. But I feel like those are like one of the more expensive Travis shoes.
Actually, big ups to Travis for making his way into the sneaker game. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's him and Kanye. Yeah, no, big facts. Because ultimately, Kanye has the most expensive sneaker ever.
Yeah, that's big news.
Yeah, I think we talked about it last week, but
that's big news.
It's definitely worth mentioning again. Shout out Kanye.
Yeah, so they're probably not the most expensive, but they are $15,000. And I forgot to mention a big thing about this shoe is it does have the gum outsole. That's really huge about this Air Force One. That's one of the reasons why I did love it.
Ooh,
is it has the gum, the gum outsole.
It looks so good.
It makes the shoe 1,000% like.
And the swooshes that it comes with are hard.
Yeah, the flame swoosh.
Yeah.
The like diamond studded swoosh, and then this metallic swoosh. Yeah, no, this is definitely my favorite Travis shoe.
So the other day, one of the girls that I work with, she had her friend come in, and her friend sells shoes. And she had been telling me about them, and I was like, well, bring them in and let me see it. Like, I'll tell you if it's fake. Like, I don't really know, but like, I feel like I know. And so she brought in these Yeezys the other day, and the girl that is selling them is saying that they're real. She's saying that they're defects, that she got them from this guy who gets them from the factory.
Yeah,
and I said,
yeah.
I told her initially, I said, girl, I said, sounds like a lie. Sounds like just what they say every single time. Like, I had a purse party when I was, I think in the 10th grade, and I had like a Prada bag, like a big fake yellow Prada bag, and all these other bags, and that's what they told me. But like, I know that I knew even then that wasn't true.
Yeah.
And this girl's just hella gullible because she's not like a scammer.
That happened to me one time, actually. I'm not gonna front. I was like kicking it with the homie, and he was trying to put me on game, and he essentially like gave me a Rolex, trying to tell me like, oh yeah, all the parts are real, but the parts are imported to Cali. Gang. Ooh.
Yeah, squad.
For the content one time. No, so going back, he was saying that the parts are imported to the States, and then essentially the watch is built in the States, and that's the only difference. But Rolex is built overseas, like handcrafted, like super legit. But I just believed him, and then he gave me this Rolex. I was like, wow, like he gave me a Rolex, and then like literally 3 days later, the fucking band just broke off.
Damn.
Yeah,
And I was like,
finesse, man.
yeah, this
It's on you.
And then to make matters worse, I took it to I had to find out, so I ended up taking it to a watch guy, and he's like, yeah, this is not authentic. And I was like, yeah. Bamboozled.
It's too easy now. Well, not nowadays.
Yeah.
It's too easy in general just to like.
But she brought them
So
in.
the fake the shoes do they look crazy?
No, they looked really good. They were incredible. Like, I mean,
The colors, do they match?
The paint on it was like the tan. What's the number of the Yeezy that's the Wave Runner?
700.
So I have the blue ones, and she had like the light tan ones. And so I only know what they look like.
The
as
off-white
like,
ones?
Yeah, so I only know what they look like as the Wave Runner colorway, or the one that I have, the blue way. So
Right.
I was like, it looks sketchy, but I know what the texture of the Yeezy like material feels like.
And it didn't feel right.
No, it felt like more like styrofoamy. And I was
Okay,
like, and then I smelled it. I was like, this smells crazy, because I feel
Yeah.
like mine smelled different when I got them.
Yeah.
Boom. Smell.
Boom.
I was like, these-
Authenticate.
Yo, okay.
I said these are fake.
These are fake as fuck.
All right.
These are fake as fuck.
Man, shout out all the fake Yeezys out there.
They were
for real.
they were really good though. They were really, really good. So I was like, my girlfriend, she don't care about sneakers like that. I was like, honestly, just wear them.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
I mean, as long as they're cozy.
Ain't nobody you're around is gonna be calling you out.
You paid for them shits. Yeah. So
They're
yeah.
real in her heart.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, if you're around a bunch of sneakerheads, they might be like, what are those?
Well, if they can spot, it's kind of, that's the thing about fakes. It's a little harder to spot it on.
It's getting
foot
more
nowadays.
difficult.
Yeah, until the shoe's like broken down, and you see like, oh, your foot's not supposed to sit in them like that.
Oh, that's not even a lace. That's that's hair.
But yeah, dude, I'm starting to feel the pressure, man. Living out here in Los Angeles, starting to feel the pressure. I don't know. I'm thinking of really like considering like having to finally like break down, and like honestly, I can't believe it. I might have to get an iPhone.
I thought you were gonna move away.
Oh my God.
Like, it's
For the
like,
new listeners,
really
this is a
fucking
big
annoying.
fucking
It's
deal.
So annoying.
Whoa.
He's the ultimate Android
This
user.
is crazy
He
right now.
hates on the
So
iPhone.
fucking
That's the true definition. Of
It was
someone who
so
loves
easy to
Android.
do it back home because everyone had an Android. And like Androids are mad common. Like granted, yeah, everyone like
I just feel like people have Androids because they just don't want an iPhone.
iPhone. That's
like
exactly
so
why.
weird that you would settle for something just because you refuse to have the best.
Well, no, it's not the best. That's the issue. This is not.
No, the
best.
iPhone is probably the best phone right
No,
now.
it's not.
It's just the most monopolized.
Yeah, that's
and like
exactly-
they
No,
push
but
it.
like
I love it. I've always
It's
loved it.
weird to me.
Look at the iPhone and then look at the Android.
It's so weird to me. Like
the best Android.
No one treats anything else like that. No one treats anything else in life like that. No one even treats their home computers like that. Their regular computers like that. No one treats their cars like that. I'm sure there's an iPhone of car right now. There's definitely an iPhone of car, but you don't see everyone drive.
Tesla.
iPhone of car?
Tesla.
Yeah.
My girlfriend just bought a Tesla. Shout out to Rachel.
I mean, it's a slow burn. Think about the OG iPhones. Like, not everyone had an iPhone 1 or 2, but people had the 3 or 4.
It's scary. It's
the Model 3
scary.
is. What are you talking about?
It's scary. It's like herd
it's scary
mentality.
because you want one right now.
No, I don't. It's just the only reason I'm doing it is just because of the level of convenience it would offer to communicate with the opposite sex. Like, that's the only reason why. So I'm like, I guess like I might have to finally do it. It's fucking super annoying. But I'm gonna hold out as long as I possibly can. Because
I just get one. Your life is gonna be more.
I'm part of the master race.
Because you're getting a MacBook too, right?
Yeah, computers are different. Computers are like,
how is computers different?
Because computers, you already see people don't really like. All people don't fuck with Macs like that. Because Apple doesn't make the best product, believe it or not. They make a good product. I'm not hating on the iPhone to the degree that it's not good.
You know what it was?
I'm just saying that you guys, humans, no, I'll say this, Americans, because outside universally, iPhones aren't popping like that. Americans treat it like it's this end all be all. And it's weird to
in this day and age.
Not Americans.
No, bro,
not Americans. Californians, because outside of California, if you go to New York, people use Android phones.
Check this, bro.
Use Android phones.
If you have an Android, you're fucking up the group chat. You can't do AirDrop. You can't even send video. You can't even send video, bro.
Those are things that are monopolized because you've chosen to go with the iPhone. Those things exist on Android. I can do all. It's
the masses that has to agree to it, though.
No,
look. So I just figured it out.
No, check, bro. You can't send you cannot send a quality video. What do you mean?
It's only in America. It's only in America with iPhones. And you're talking about the fragmentation between an Android phone and an iPhone, because once again, to other Android users, I send perfectly fine videos. I send all the stuff that you're talking.
Android to Android.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
Android would work with iPhone if they chose to. It's iPhone who choose not to work with it. So you can't tell me that it's like, it's iPhone choosing to monopolize the market.
If 80% of people have iPhones,
growth, dude, they're monopolizing. They're doing something that if in any other industry you saw anyone else doing this, you'd be like, yo, that's fucked up. That's fucked up.
I mean, what about Amazon? They're doing the same shit.
No, it's all fucked up. This is fucked up. We have this iPhone in the computer.
We know this,
but everything is forced on our throat.
You're fucking up the group. No, it's fucked up when everyone.
You are fucking up the group chat, though.
I don't give a fuck.
It's an iPhone group chat.
You can have so much more fun. Just come to.
Because if you were,
you don't live anywhere else. You live here.
This is it. This is it.
Come to the other side.
Because if you had an Android, you would not be worried about the experience, because you could receive messages that are perfectly fine in transmission. But anyone with an iPhone, which is over 80% of probably cell phone users,
not cell phone users, only America. I say maybe 80% of Americans, not cell phone.
Okay, America, but we're talking, bro, in day-to-day life with people that you communicate with, a majority of people have iPhones. So
that's the only reason why I'm saying I'm finally breaking down, is because on a day-to-day life out here, you guys all live in a bubble in California. I feel like
you have to have one.
Because in California, Kristen knows when she goes back home.
Everyone has an iPhone when I go back home.
No.
In Ohio, Fremont. Yes.
All right.
I don't know. I mean, my sister has.
It's convenience. It's sheer convenience. That's all it is.
I don't know.
If I take you back home, you'll see. Like you would see.
We're not from Boston.
Boston?
I mean, maybe, I don't know, but let's pull up some stats.
I don't know.
I'm over here looking at my.
I've never been to Boston, so I can't speak on their cell phones.
You've been in New York, though.
I've never been to New York.
I've been in New York.
Yeah, in New York too. Just in general, on the East Coast in general, or outside. I'm gonna say outside of California, because
are people still using Blackberries?
I don't think BlackBerry exists like that anymore, honestly. I'm gonna keep it all the way.
I think they still exist.
Oh, I want
If they
the
do, they use
BlackBerry more than
Android as their
anything.
software. They don't
100%.
Yeah, they don't use BlackBerry. It doesn't use RIM anymore. I don't think that was their operating software. I think. Yeah, it's annoying, but I'm gonna have to. I feel like I'm gonna hold out as long as I possibly can.
I mean, what's the threshold?
Oh, there is a BlackBerry coming out. I just want to
If
say
I don't
that.
like meet anyone, and I'm just like in the dating world full time. If I can meet someone.
Do you
then it
still?
doesn't matter.
Are you still on
I've heard women say that they don't like a green
I
bubble.
would not want to date a girl like that. Oh my god, I wouldn't want to date a girl.
I
like
wouldn't.
that.
I mean,
feel
I
like
know, Kristen, you were
that's
not
the
a girl like
majority
that,
of
so I'm
as
not
like,
gonna
but
pick
like
you.
as not like a. Not as a true prerequisite, but as this could possibly be a red
I think
flag.
that's an initial annoyance in the dating world. At least for me, like if thank God Kristen had a blue bubble.
Oh my god.
Thank God I had a
'cause
blue
it
bubble.
would've been-
Otherwise, we wouldn't even like each other.
There would have been this
At all.
initial thought of, oh,
Most girls I even talk to, I don't even really exchange them. We exchange like Instagram or some shit when I first meet them, anyways. So like,
You know what? Honestly,
That's
I can't
fair.
hate
That's
because
fair.
I'm the same way for music, like or movies or anything
that's what I'm saying.
similar. Like
Wait,
I won't fuck with a movie just because everyone's like losing their mind over it. I'm like, it probably sucks.
yeah, that's
well,
what
First of all.
did you watch Mortal Kombat?
I watched Mortal Kombat.
What'd you think?
It was entertaining.
Rate it.
It was entertaining. I give it like a 7.
I gave it a 7 out of
Yeah,
10. He
7.
gave it a 6.5.
Yeah, 6
Wait,
and a half.
what? When
You
did I
said
give a
6
rating?
or you said 6.8. Me and you watched it, and I said I give it
I
a
think
7.
I was smashed that night.
You were drunk?
Well, what do you give it, Terrence?
I think a 6.8 is fair.
This nigga just questioned your rating.
And it was the
No,
same
you said
rating.
6.5 first.
I said
6.8, 6.5.
I said you
You
said
said
6.5, and then I go, oh no, you said 6.8. Because
Exactly.
then I remember.
I was like, I wouldn't have done 6.5. I was like, when did I say that
No,
shit?
shit.
6.8 sounds like more reasonable.
Oh, okay. All right. Shut the fuck up.
T. Willix.
Virgo rising.
Oh my god. It was pretty good though. It was entertaining. I think
It was definitely entertaining.
I think the storyline and the plot. Do you need to stop it?
Yeah, wait.
I think the overall plot and movie of the movie was, so it kept me entertained. It kept me like fucking with it. I liked all the fight scenes.
I like the one-liners.
Yeah.
Kano wins.
Those
I was just
were-
like,
It was so
Yeah.
corny, but it was like good.
it was just like nostalgic. That's
Yeah.
all it
Me
was.
personally, I feel like those things are holding the movie back from being like a legit movie.
But bro, it wasn't.
Yes,
it wasn't
I
meant to
hear
be
you.
taken serious. Like it wasn't never.
I think that's how you get, honestly, the best. I think that's how you get people interested in it who don't fuck with.
Don't have
Kombat.
the- yeah.
It's like, all right.
But then
we
I like
know
to
all
think that
shit.
movie was for us.
Cut
Anyone
it
who
all
watched
out,
it.
Cut it all out, and like just try to make a movie without him saying "get over here" at one point in the movie.
Well, okay. One thing I will say is, I thought that Scorpio was tight. Is it
Scorpion.
Scorpion? Yeah, I don't know why I thought it was Scorpio for a second. That's the Jameson.
That's Drake.
No, but I thought that them telling the story of him
Yeah, no, it was cool.
was cool,
That was cool.
but I wish he was in the movie more because he's my favorite fucking Mortal Kombat character.
I think my biggest issue was the dude that they added, that dude that they created who did not exist and what I had to search it in the middle of the movie.
Yeah, I was like, who is his
this
son?
nigga?
The suit he had, I was like, I've never seen that.
He was totally created for the movie.
Are you serious?
Yes, and I
That's
understand
kind
why
of
they
whack.
did it.
That's kind of whack.
Yeah, I wish they just. I was okay with them creating someone who didn't exist in Mortal Kombat for Mortal Kombat, like helps them, in future video games, add him in. Just why did he have to make him so whack? He the whole suit thing. I just hated the character that they created for this. Like it was.
It just
not
didn't
good.
seem like a Mortal Kombat character.
Yeah, I think they should have maybe tried to recreate like a Scorpion Junior type dude. So a dude who was very similar to Scorpion,
Right.
but wasn't him. And then his great grandfather, whatever, comes out or whatever. I think the dude that they made was just so not Scorpion related. He was I just did not.
It was what I will agree with you on that. I was like, what is this suit shit?
Yeah, get this bullshit out of here, dog. Like this shit was not. That was not cool.
And I'm not gonna front. Whoever they picked for Kano, I just thought Kano was like more shredded than that. That dude looked like a normal guy, bro.
He's a little shrimpy.
I feel like in the game, and at least in the original, Kano wasn't really jacked like that. He was kind of just like this random white guy with a fucking eye or whatever. But he honestly was one of the most entertaining parts of the fucking movie. He was mad. Yeah. He had me rolling like a lot of the movie. He was funny.
That was it was a very entertaining movie for Friday night.
Yeah, no, it was cool. It was a cool movie. I say watch it if you got a chance.
Yeah,
dude, I'm not gonna lie.
6.8.
I really hope that when the world opens back up, they continue this HBO movie night release because it's pretty enjoyable.
I like staying home.
I mean, I think like Friday night.
This will probably go for the rest of the year.
Friday night movies is kind of cool.
This is not going to go forever though. Soon we will have to go back to the movies. Yeah, they'll eventually have to make us go back to the movies.
Yeah,
like eventually.
I do miss AMC too. Those reclining seats.
Yeah, I don't do that shit. I just sit up because I will fall asleep, nigga.
Fuck, I just want to go to a fucking concert.
Yeah, I fall asleep. Nigga, I hate going to those theaters because you gotta pay for that seating.
Yeah.
And nigga,
if it's a late night, forget it.
I sit straight up. I'm next to Shorty and she's like, "Why don't you recline?" I'm like, no, nigga, I'm good. Because I'm gonna fall asleep.
That shit is mad comfortable.
Yeah. This is awake mode. If I lean back, we're asleep.
Yeah, I literally will. I'll have mad energy. It's not even like I'm tired or anything. I go in like 2-3 in the afternoon.
It was funny.
Still falling asleep.
I had a class like that back in college. It was astronomy, but the way it was set up is like the whole room is this giant dome, and they would project like the stars on the ceiling and talk about shit. And it was, bro, I had this shit at 8 a.m. So I would wake up at 6:30 a.m., get to class, and then I'd be the shit could recline back the chair because you had to look up or lean back and look at the stars. So while he was lecturing, I would just lean my shit back. It wasn't boring, but it was just mad early, and he had a very monotone,
of course,
voice. Like
he
was a monotone German accent. Like super thick German accent. So it was
soothing.
So yeah, dude, I was just like I just went to sleep.
He pretty much was the beach.
Just rocked me to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I would wake up and go to my next class. But
well rested.
Oddly enough, I got an A in that class. So shout out astronomy.
So you didn't even need to pay attention. You could fall asleep anyway.
No, low key, I love astronomy. I love stars. Yeah, that shit's cool.
So are you guys gonna vote for Caitlyn Jenner when she runs for?
That shit really
what she's
caught me.
Talking about.
That shit caught me off guard.
What, her running for governor?
Yeah, I was just like, have you even been in politics at all?
I mean, Arnold Schwarzenegger wasn't in politics, and y'all niggas voted for him to fucking.
I didn't vote for Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I'm lying. Yes, you did.
No, I did not, bro. I don't even think I was old enough to vote for Arnold.
No, you were not.
No, you were probably like 12 years old.
Yeah, you were not old enough.
I just remember when he
16.
I remember when he got elected, and I was like, "What the fuck?" Like,
yeah, the Governator.
Arnold.
Terminator.
Yeah. So now you're gonna have fucking Caitlyn Jenner.
I mean, not to say
Jeninator.
I don't know anything about her, honestly.
But you'll probably still vote for her because you'll get canceled if you don't.
I mean, what?
That means you don't support the LG. Is she part of the LG?
You think people are gonna pull that card if she doesn't win?
Oh, she's a T.
Wait, but so this is the interesting thing. So you know how some people just simply reject and refuse to acknowledge transgenderness? Like they'll just disregard like
that's
whatever.
That's kind of. I mean.
But you have to.
I don't understand that perspective.
But that is a large perspective. That a lot of people
choose to ignore it.
They choose to ignore it, and they like don't care what you're going through. They just see it how they see it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if people will judge her for, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wonder if those people how they will view her.
I think
like if she'll get judged for being a woman, or if she'll get judged for being trans, or if they'll completely disregard it and just vote for her.
I think either they're gonna. Yeah, I don't think she's gonna. I don't think they would vote for her. I don't think people would vote for her. I don't think people take her seriously. I don't think people really like.
It's hard when you're coming from a family like the Kardashians, because ultimately they're in the public light so much that anything that they do is under a microscope.
And because of that, and because of how they move in the public eye,
They have a reality TV show.
that's what I mean. I don't think people
Yeah.
take her seriously. I
Yeah.
don't think people see her as a legit leader, like, of people. Like, I don't take her seriously. I would not want to trust this.
This is interesting
future.
though, because look at, I think, okay, I hear you and I agree with you. Definitely, like, not really seeing her as the leader type.
Mm-hmm.
But then the argument might be, what about people that have massive social media followings? They are technically, in a sense, leaders if people are following them.
I think we got to look at why she has that following. She was a sports icon at one point when she was a man,
Fair.
then became a woman. I was thinking that whole, from the start of her popularity to where she is now, we can attest to that following, essentially. Not really her being. And I think her struggles and all that, what she's gone through, not knowing who she was and all that, once again, it makes me feel like you're not a leader. You're not someone I'm like trying to put. You just figured
think
out
she has
who
too much internal
You just
conflict?
figured out who you were a few years ago. I don't think you should be a governor of anything.
But I guess that's not really fair to say she figured it out, because maybe she figured it out a long time ago and just didn't have the courage to live in her truth.
Even that, if you
want a leader who has the courage to live in their truth.
You're way beyond me being like, okay, because what about when there's things that you got to tell the people that you don't
Like
want
the courage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
But
It also is like, I have no idea what that experience feels like, and the courage to say that out loud. Like,
exactly.
So
I know it's not easy.
I feel like that's a lot of bravery in
But
itself.
It is. I'm not denying it.
I see what you're saying.
But
just
I
feel
see
like
what you're
the
saying, but I
level-
also feel like there's
yeah.
still like nothing is. We don't live in a vacuum. You know what I mean?
I honestly
there's so many
have never
angles.
even seen Caitlyn speak, so.
I mean, she's done like different speaking things. She was doing like a COVID. I think I seen a video of her like, for the vaccine and stuff. I mean, I got nothing against her. It's just like, once again, like you just figured. I just feel like you figuring things out a few years ago, and now you're in this space where you're comfortable with who you are. I think you just need to enjoy that for longer. Leading other people and stuff. I don't know if that's in. I don't know if I am like a total believer in that. But at the same time, I don't fuck with politics. Like the politicians that are normally just like A to B politicians. That's just been politicians their whole life.
So you think this is more easily digestible for like people that are like you who don't like politics?
Yeah, I think people who are gonna look at Caitlyn Jenner, they might fuck with her. I feel like they could fuck with her.
I feel like she'll go hard for. She'll mostly have conservative views and go hard for people with money, and also go hard for the LGBTQ plus community.
I don't know how they feel about her, so I do wonder if they support her like wholeheartedly.
See,
and they think,
I'm not gonna lie, that acronym is crazy, and hearing you say it, you even got the plus on there. Like, that's a long ass acronym.
Yeah.
They should figure something out that
I
is
like
just
it.
shorter.
I heard someone on Instagram call it the Alphabet Mafia, and I thought that was endearing and funny, and it was
I've
like
heard her
said
call
with
that before.
love.
I think I've heard her call it.
Alphabet Mafia.
And I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I do wonder how they view Caitlyn Jenner. So I do wonder.
Yeah, because they have shunned her a few times.
So
Because she was like rolling with DT.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I mean. Like, I feel like the way she rolls and the way what she like, she just hasn't. She hasn't like.
Yeah, when he put that, he tried to keep people who identified as transgender or whatever, they were not allowed to join the military. And that was like, she tweeted at him and was like, yo.
Wait, who?
Caitlyn Jenner tweeted at DT and was like, yo,
Who's
what the
DT?
fuck?
Oh, Donald Trump.
Ah.
Oh, we're not saying his name? Damn. The algorithm heard that shit.
Thou shalt who shall not be named.
Yeah.
He is no longer.
Anyway.
I mean, if he makes his own platform, that shit's gonna be lit.
No, it's not.
It will. I guarantee you. I've read that somewhere that
It's gonna, bro. If it gets out of control, they're just gonna shut it down. Like, they're not
Should
gonna
they,
let
though?
some hate speech, like, propagate like that. I guarantee you. If it's causing problems, because it's gonna already be under a microscope if he launches that shit.
I don't even think it'll be hate speech. I think it'll be more just a place where he can just say what he feels. Because I don't think honestly Trump wants to promote hate like that. I think honestly what he wants the most is for people to just want to see him.
He called LeBron a racist.
I don't. Yeah, what did he call him a racist? Like, what did
Because he posted that picture,
LeBron-
that video.
But where did he? What? Like, how did he call him a racist? Like, where?
Because LeBron posted the
No, I was
photo.
wondering like how like did he use? What did he use to call him a racist? Like, how did that?
What was his verbiage?
It was
No. What did he? What? How did it get out that he called him a racist? Because he doesn't have any social media. He doesn't. That's what I seen. I didn't look at the article, but I like.
Oh, like what was the outlet?
Yeah, what was the outlet? That's what I didn't understand when I seen that. Because he's banned off all social medias. So like, how did he get that? How did that even get out? Did he
What if it's his team just trying to generate some
That's
fucking
what I'm saying.
PR?
I feel like.
But that makes it even more sick because I'm like, dude, why are you playing into this?
Is he though? Once again, we haven't even seen this nigga Trump.
I don't want to see him,
No,
Sin. I don't want to see Donald Trump.
What I'm telling you is you
no, I'll
can't-
say that nigga's name because I don't want to see him.
What I'm telling you is you got to watch out because there are people who would use propaganda or things around him to gain clout or any level of popularity. If he's not releasing anything from himself or any camp, then that's what I mean. What outlet was even saying anything about like Trump? Like, how is that even getting out? Because like he's banned from the internet. The nigga's banned from the internet. He didn't have any outlet. So that's why I was wondering, like, what outlet was that? Like, was it in an interview that he did? Was it him walking into his fucking building and like?
No, he had his Parler app. That was like what all the Republicans were using.
That's what he used to say the thing about
all the Trump supporters, the Trumpers. Oh, to say that, I'm not sure. But I thought you meant like his old information, like anything.
Yeah, no. Just because it's just in general, he's banned off of all social media. So.
Yeah, so I think he would have to have another platform of his own, like
that's
Parler.
What I was wondering. And that's why I don't. He could totally. Granted, it would be impossible for me to forgive him. He could totally be sitting in his room right now, feeling fucked up because he just.
So. Apparently, he released a statement and someone else tweeted it. And it says, statement by Donald D.J.T.
That sounds sus as fuck.
Well, no. I'm just trying to not say his name, so...
Okay. I was about to say that.
Yeah, all right. Statement by Donald Trump, 45th President of the United States of America. LeBron James should focus on basketball rather than presiding over the destruction of the NBA, which has just recorded the lowest TV ratings by far in the long and distinguished history of the league. His racist rants are divisive, nasty, insulting, and demeaning. He may be a great basketball player, but he's doing nothing to bring our country together. Like, Donald Trump, how you gonna say that when you didn't do shit to help our country come together? You fucking divided us. So
Facts.
Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? On some real shit.
T-Will exclusive.
Like, bro, why is he even speaking out about this shit? Like, that's my issue with Donald Trump is because he's looking for media ploys. Like, it's fucking LeBron James. Like, why are you attacking LeBron James?
Because he's a fucking demon pig rat from hell.
When you're literally the one that fucking divided our country the most. You had people fucking dying, dude. Like, fuck all that shit, bro.
I mean, let's touch on that subject for a little bit about what LeBron's even tweeted about. He tweeted about. So how do you say her name? I just want to say it right. Is it Micaiah? Micaiah Bryant. The shooting of Micaiah Bryant. LeBron did tweet about this prior to, and granted, I do blame the media and how they covered it a little bit.
They blew that shit up.
But they blew it up in a way without letting us know, like, yo, like, there was more to the situation than just a cop shooting a girl. And so, yeah, LeBron did tweet a little early about the situation. If you don't know, Micaiah Bryant got into it. She actually called the police because these girls followed her home and were trying to jump her. And a cop gets out of his car once he reaches the scene. If you watch the video, literally less than 10 seconds, the whole video from his his body cam footage, less than 10 seconds of the whole video shows
He just pulls up and shoots.
Shoots her. Yeah. There's a scuffle. She reaches. She
falls on the ground in front of him.
She knocks another girl on the ground, and then with the knife in her hand looks to stab someone else, and the cop just doesn't intervene in any way physically. Just says stop, 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 and fires on her.
See, this is my issue with this situation, because I understand the need to act on the situation when someone's running at someone else with a knife, but why do you have your gun drawn when we know damn well a taser would have stopped her? If anything, it would have made her even drop the knife, because when you're sending an electric shock through someone's body like that, you have no nerve control. Like, she would have dropped the knife instantly, dropped to the floor.
I do agree that I feel like the taser would have
100%.
Like, why are we using lethal force in these situations?
Because she's black. That's literally all they care about. Because if it was a white person, they would do a mass shooting and walk away and go to jail.
I feel like if because I know a lot of people keep bringing up like, oh, she had a knife in her hand, like she was gonna hurt the girl. If the cop whips out the taser, tases her, and doesn't tase her in time, and she still stabs the girl, I don't think people even look at the situation the same. Like, oh, he should have shot her. I still don't think people would have been like, oh, he should have shot her.
Bro,
like,
if she gets tased and still stabs her, there's no way it's a lethal stab.
No. I'm saying like, because people keep bringing up like, oh,
she's not a perfect victim, so they don't see her as someone like worthy of any type of like humanity. If people are attacking you and you are in fight or flight mode and you are protecting your life, like, I don't care if the police show up. What are you supposed to do? You were never supposed to help me. Yeah.
I do not want to, though. I don't want to.
She was a minor too, right?
She was a
16
minor.
16 years old.
And I think the issue, I will say I do take issue though with there being also adults in the area not handling the situation as well. She called the cops.
Her parents were standing there.
Exactly. That I take real big issue with that as well. Them not trying to control the situation. I'm always gonna.
But in a situation like that where you notice that the parents aren't doing shit, and this girl is 16 years old, bro, like, at the end of the day, there's something wrong there.
I mean, that cop only had been on the force for 18 months, so he hadn't even been a cop for very long.
And so they have the law in Ohio, or in that area of Ohio, that if someone has a knife or is endangering somebody else, you are allowed to shoot on sight. And so that's what happened. She just got caught up with the knife. But like, that's the issue. Like, you're a police officer. Like, why are you allowed to execute somebody? Like, there's no nothing before that. You just get to show up and execute.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I understand that that's whatever the law, but from a humanity perspective, I agree 100%. Like, there needs to be an entire correction of the way that we do shit. Like, the fact that cops can just pull up on the scene, guns drawn, like, before even like getting the scoop. I understand they're putting their lives at danger, but they're putting everyone's lives at danger when they pull up ready to kill somebody.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that cop was just in over his head. Only been on the force for 18 months.
You should have further training.
Getting on the scene and only having 10 seconds to respond to that situation with a knife and all that. It's tough. And I felt like he was in over his head, and he responded in a way that he should not have. Like, why would you use lethal force?
But low key, that's his training, so it's not against what he knows. Like, that is what he knows.
I feel like they're trained to use non-lethal force as well. I feel like that's not his training. That's his
he didn't even
bias,
say anything.
I think that's his own like.
Did we hear him say drop the knife or anything?
He said stop. He just said stop. Put it down, like that. He just tries to tell her to stop, and then he just fires. I don't think that's his. I think they're trained in both lethal and non-lethal just as well. I think that's his own bias. Oh, I'm around black people. She's got a knife.
And it's
Let
for
shoot
me.
her.
And
For
you
me,
could
I
say
don't
more
even
than stop. You could say, I'm going to use lethal force. Like,
shoot in the air.
But the reality is, people go through mass shootings with guns, and she had a knife. What I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what she did or what she could have done or anything. What matters is the fact that, like, they execute people simply because of the color of their skin, and that's it. Because if she had a gun and was white and was shooting up a school, she would walk away.
mind you,
Every single time.
he let off multiple shots. It wasn't just a
Like
single
5?
shot. Yeah, it was. He
5 shots?
he let it go, and that's what's even more troublesome is that, like, you in a situation like that. I understand being a rookie cop, but, like, at the end of the day, you should have proper training if you're on the force for 5 months. Like,
Yeah.
at that point, you should have 100% full training. You should know what is a lethal shot, like, and it shouldn't be a thing where you can just pull up on a scene and just shoot somebody.
And within
that
10
is-
seconds, he didn't even assess the situation really fully.
None.
It was literally, if you watch the whole video from the start of him getting out of the car and shooting her, it is less than 10 seconds. And I'm like, yo, this shit is wild. Like, he didn't even try to just be like a cop. He just shot her.
Yeah.
It was like, yo.
I saw that shit. It was wild, bro.
You could have did anything. You could have, instead of even tasing her, she's trying to stab her and come down with the knife. The whole time when he comes at her, it comes down, he's backing away to get a stance to shoot. Like, he pulls out the gun and is getting a stance. Nigga, intervene. Throw a ball,
Facts.
elbow her.
Facts.
Like, back her out. Like, why? Like, why?
Yeah,
It's
I agree.
wild. It's just
I
wild.
agree.
It's just wild. Because, like,
People that can't handle the stress in a situation like that should not be police. That's facts. Like, if this dude's trained and he's been on the force for X amount of months, like, he should know what to do. Like, if we're putting our money into this, people that are supposed to protect us, they should do that. They shouldn't be killing people.
that could have been the first situation intense to that level that he's dealt with in his first up to that day.
Bro, but they should put you through better training. If that's the case, like,
I agree.
If this is his first situation, like, he should have dealt with some shit in training where he's like, oh, I did this in training. I know how to handle this. Like, so
Yeah.
I don't know. Police need to do better, man. Until then, it's FTP. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Just, I guess, just to wrap up the rest of the sad news real quick. We forgot to talk about last week. Rest in peace, Black Rob. Rest in peace, Shock G.
Yep.
Legends in the game. Their memories definitely will always be remembered. Black Rob was my homie as far as, like, just, like, music and shit that he did. Like, Whoa was
so
always
many
my
fucking
shit.
hits.
Yeah, exactly. And Shock G, one of their originators. Without him, we don't get Tupac. You know what I'm saying? So, like, for real, rest in peace to those dudes.
We're losing a lot of legends, and
it's crazy.
It's just crazy because it really puts life in perspective. You realize life is short, you know.
Yeah, Shock G was only like 56. It's fucking crazy.
That is really wild,
That's
dude.
fucking insane.
Fuck, man. I hope I live to see a long life. You know?
Yeah, man. Oh, I just want to see some change, man. That's what I want to live long. To see some change, bro.
Something
see
beautiful.
something different. People using other things other than an iPhone, and, like, hopefully.
And enough of this violence. Like,
yeah,
I want to see a president that actually
does something
and cares about.
Work. I don't know if that could work, man. I don't know if that. President and change they're two different. President and change, president and realness, they're not the same.
Rebellion.
Yeah, maybe.
Revolution.
That's what we need. That's what we need to.
We're on the way, man.
Yeah. The first thing we'll do when we rebel is get rid of fucking Justin Bieber's dreads.
I was literally. Tell me why I was looking at that and I was just like on the topic list, like, why does Justin Bieber have dreads?
And name his album Justice.
And have a MLK snippet on it.
Because he's the man.
Bro, what kind of cultural appropriation shit is this?
This motherfucker knows what he's doing.
He also on that
trying to put on for
he
his
put out
people.
that gospel.
I'm gonna fucking
bro.
scream.
He put out that gospel track where he was like a oil worker and he was dating a black chick. Like,
oh, that
you
music
remember that
video.
shit?
Yeah, we watched that.
It was.
weird.
I think it was with Chance the Rapper.
I gotta see that shit.
That was weird.
Bruh,
I gotta see that shit.
He was in an interracial relationship, like
Justin be putting on for his people.
And then he did.
I mean, okay, look.
What was the Drake video he did? It was what was the video?
You did Drake video? Oh, I think it was non-stop.
No, it wasn't.
It's 2C Slide?
It's just on my phone like I'm locked up. Was it Popstar?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was
Wait.
Popstar. It was Popstar.
It was the
Okay,
one
yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yo, he puts on for his people, for the culture.
That shit makes me sick, bro.
But so hold on. So from the concept of everything he does and is inspired from the black culture. So
The
is
dreads.
aside from the
He's
dreads?
an originator.
No.
Wow.
No. I'm
Lay
saying
down the foundation.
how like. I see. Like, I wonder if he really thought that he was just like.
He's like, yo, I'm killing this right
that
now.
was his version of showing up for the people who have inspired him.
Of course.
I don't think so. Did he release a statement saying that, yo,
He
this
said,
is
fuck
for
y'all
my...
niggas. This is how I'm rocking my hair from now on. Y'all could suck my dick.
He harmonized nigger, so
Yeah.
that's
He did,
facts.
he did harmonize, nigga. I watched that video last night. I showed my homie last night who had never seen that. And I was like, yo, yeah, but Justin Bieber's racist as fuck.
He hit that shit in a harmony, bro.
Oh, shit.
And it's on the internet, like, so...
It's a solid song.
No, it's not, bro. What are you talking
Oh, shit. That shit got a bump.
Sin exclusive.
Oh,
It doesn't bump for the listeners.
Yeah, so
It
I don't
doesn't
know,
bump.
Justin Bieber. I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah,
Get your
please
shit
take the
together.
dreads out.
Yeah. I don't hate him, honestly. I don't hate white people with dreads. Like, I'm not one that's like, oh, dreads are for only for black people. Like, fuck it. Yo, you got women walking around here.
I just
like,
think-
mad white people here. Like,
But for where he's at right now, it's not looking good.
I think just in general, he's just gonna look goofy with that shit. Like, it doesn't work for everyone. Like, white people, like, I feel like anytime I see a white dude with dreads, he's got it hard out here. Because
They
It
look
just
dirty.
bothers
Yeah, they
me
look
because
dirty.
of where dreads came from, like the
course.
the symbolism of dreadlocks. Like ultimately it came from unkept hair. You know, like during specifically like early times in United States, slave times, where like people couldn't keep their hair.
Yeah, but
shit would just
Justin
dread
Bieber-
up.
Justin Bieber he don't give a fuck about that. He's just trying to make it stylish.
And that's the problem, bro.
He ain't with all that shit. He don't give a fuck. He was trying to rock his hair the way he wants.
It's sick, bro.
Oh,
And that's why he
shit.
made the gospel music video with the interracial relationship.
Yeah, he knows
I'm
it's good.
sick.
He's really trying to cater, and
It's good.
it's not good. That's not what's good. But
What else is going on?
bro, I wanted to recommend this insane movie to the listeners.
Yeah, what's this movie?
And also to you.
Yeah, what's this movie?
It's called Unhinged.
Unhinged.
It's with Russell Crowe, but it's essentially literally just a movie based on a road rage situation. Like, this dude's a fucking psychopath and he has some road rage
It already looks
incident,
like it.
and literally like he's just fucking killing people over this road rage incident.
That sounds ridiculous.
It's the most ridiculous movie ever. It just came out, but it's honestly kind of entertaining. So if you have Amazon Prime, check that out.
I had a nightmare that was inspired by that entire movie last night.
She has vivid dreams. It's kind of crazy.
Before you
single night.
after you watched it.
No, so like 2 days after. But it was like, looking back, I'm like, okay, that was definitely the Unhinged.
Cindy, you watch Snowfall?
No, I gotta get on that.
Oh,
You have to watch it.
damn! I
Like,
don't.
have to
We
watch
can't even
it.
talk about it now.
Like, it's my favorite show I've ever watched, ever.
No, it's not your favorite
Like,
ever show.
Bro,
I'm gonna
mind
just
you,
say yeah.
Wait, I just want to take a moment because the first, I would say 3 episodes that I ran Snowfall, Kristen was like, "I hate this show."
Yeah.
She
Yeah,
was
the first season. I watched the first
straight
season. I watched the
hating.
first 2 seasons.
I think I'm just
2?
personally connected to it
That's
because I
decent.
just, my hometown was fucking riddled with crack.
Yeah.
You know, so like I know that show is like, it's fucked up, but like that's like why everyone that I grew up with and graduated high school with is fucked up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like it just was like fuck. I say
It's
that
there.
F word a
This
lot.
is
I'm
life.
sorry.
This is life. Yeah, fuck. Yeah, no, I watched the first 2 seasons. And yeah, I like that show. No, it's fire.
It's a good show.
It was because that was the first, like the third season was about to come on, and I don't do too good with the episodic rollout.
But now it's all out there.
Yeah.
And the acting is so good.
Yeah.
I follow them all on Instagram now. I just found them.
Netflix fucked me up.
So who do we have our money on in the fight? Floyd or Jake Paul?
Ooh, that's a hard one. I'm gonna go with Floyd.
Floyd.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Floyd with that one.
Yeah,
I hope he whoops his ass.
I'm hoping Floyd just knocks.
I don't know if he's
gonna.
I don't know if he's gonna whip his ass. He's small compared to this nigga, but I don't know.
But Floyd's got the moves.
He does have the moves. I'm not gonna lie. I'm worried about Floyd just because of the sheer size. I think that his skill will win out, but
what's the height difference? Do you know?
He's 5'8" versus 6'1", which means that actually he's like 5'7". They always give you like a little push, a little height push. So he's 5'8" against 6'1".
5'8" against 6'1".
Yeah.
Damn.
And he's not allowed to weigh more than 190.
Bro, it says actually Logan Paul is 6'2".
See, that's what I'm saying.
Oh wait, but that's not Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather 5'8", 72-inch reach.
Yeah, bro. I'm not really too worried because I know he's gonna devise a plan to like fuck him up. I just hope
this picture is fucking crazy.
I just hope he doesn't get caught.
That's Logan Paul, but Kristen, look at that height difference.
Is that real?
Why would it not be real?
Is that? I mean, I feel like.
I mean, Logan Paul.
I feel like a 6'2" man has never looked that down on me. I'm like 5'9".
And he's 42 or 41. I think he's 41 or 42.
I don't know. I don't know how much that really matters. Like if he's like a powerhouse.
Why is this happening in boxing though? Like, aren't there weight classes?
Like what the fuck is Jake? Because Jake Paul's just paying. He's probably fucking paying out of his own pocket.
This shit is some celebrity deathmatch shit.
It is. That's the next step, T. You know that. You know that on MTV. You talking about this shit like he's on MTV.
It's just some fucking toxic masculine bullshit.
That's literally
what
step
this
away
is.
from that. You 1000% correct. So many niggas will be in the rings with fucking chainsaws and shit, killing each other, dog. That shit was crazy.
Honestly, oh my god.
We just showed our age there.
Oh my god, I remember watching that show.
Celebrity. I remember the video.
It's like claymation, right?
I feel like that it can never. You think that could be on TV now? I don't think that. I feel like that couldn't be on TV.
10 years from now would be good.
No, if it could be on TV now. You think it could?
Patreon. Something like that. Do we have any other topics? I mean,
yeah, let's see what we got.
I think this camera's about to fucking die.
Oh shit! Hold on. Unhinged.
6ix9ine is fucking performing in
Miami. He performed in Miami and even hopped in the crowd, bro. And no one did anything to this nigga. So I think we needed. Yeah, who cares? We just get. I don't think anything is.
I'm done talking about him.
I don't think anything is gonna happen to this nigga.
Well, in that case, shout out Gunna and Young Thug.
Yeah,
bailing out people.
30. They bailed out 30 people out of prison.
That's a big deal.
That's so baller.
And then used the bailout to film a music video. Filmed the music video with all the people they got out of jail and shit. Shit was fire.
Wait, what video?
It's the one with Lil Baby.
Oh, I'm about to watch that shit.
Yeah, did you guys like the Slime Language album?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, and that shit's fire.
Ski is a certified.
He's certified.
That's going platinum probably.
100%.
Yeah.
But the one with Lil Baby, yeah, no, watch that video after. It's really cool.
Joe Rogan says if you're 21 and healthy, fuck the vaccine.
Essentially, for the most part, that's pretty much. That's a little bit of a paraphrase.
You heard it here.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a paraphrase.
People of the internet said that if you listen to Joe Rogan, that's a red flag.
Really?
Yeah. And yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, I understand the hate with Joe Rogan because he has some extremist views sometimes. Of course. Everyone has extremist views.
Well, and also, not only that, his following so big, so it seems cultish because his extreme views.
He's got that cult following.
Well, yeah. I think the allure is that he has incredible people that he brings on a lot of the time that are very smart and very educated and have, can talk about anything. And they
sometimes people are just like ex-Marines that just...
Yeah.
And it's also just a lot of opinions. I mean, whatever, but...
True.
And his views are unconventional. So, like, with the unconventional, the mass following, the random cool fucking guests. Like everyone comes through.
Their fact checker is A1 though.
Yeah, because of all those things, I think that big of a following is not insane. I think it's only going to get crazier. They need to figure out a way to contain it in certain ways so that they can harness it. Like, oh, let's fill up an arena. Let's, that's I think their next step that they're trying to do right now.
Makes sense.
I think as long as you are able to form your own thoughts and can listen to someone else speak without just completely taking their words as your identity, like you're good, But I think that's the concept, is a lot of people do listen to other people and just decide that's their truth. Whatever you said.
Yeah.
I don't even feel that way about Bernie Sanders, but respectfully.
Old, man. That nigga's getting old.
And he's been fighting the good fight since fucking day one.
What are you doing, bro? You need to
What is Steve Harvey doing when he was talking about
that? That shit was fucking bonkers.
Yeah.
What happened?
He said that shit.
You didn't. I guess I gotta play the clip.
Play that clip. This nigga is fucking bonkers, bro.
You posted it in the EOD?
Let me see if I can post it.
That shit was wild. He essentially was saying that he doesn't have any female friends because at some point he's gonna try and get at them, in a sense. Like,
I mean, he didn't say that. He just said like your male friend's gonna try to fuck you, so you should never have him. Like, that's why I don't have any female friends. Is essentially what he said.
Wait, where is this shit?
I feel like it's not that easy to have male friends. A lot of the men that I have met that I was like, oh, cool, like a friend, have always tried to smash. And I had to be like, whoa, we're good.
Sin, where'd you send it?
Where's this shit at?
You sent it in the... Oh, you got it?
Like, because he's probably one of those men that just simply cannot.
Incapable of that.
Why? What do you mean?
Well, because, come on.
Because you have a wife?
Well, I have a wife, and I don't...
Because you have a wife?
Because, look... Okay, let's get rid of this. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Let's get rid of this right here. You're an attractive woman. There are some guys somewhere saying, "Yeah, we're friends." No, that's not true. He's your friend only because you have made it absolutely clear that nothing else is happening except this friendship.
Damn straight.
We remain your friends in hopes that one day there'll be a crack in the door, a chink in the armor. And trust and believe that guy that you think is just your buddy, he will slide in.
This is the most toxic shit.
The moment he gets the opportunity. Because we're guys.
Men think this way?
99.9% of us think that way.
He's wild for that take.
So
there's a crack in that booty.
End of the day podcast.
Dude, honestly, bro, like, that was crazy for him to say. Just because, how are you gonna say that? First of all, how is this man in any type of corporate environment? Doesn't he have like deals? Like, how can you say some shit like that?
Well, he's probably not saying you can't work around women. He's just saying you can't have any women friends, like female friends, which is not, it's not crazy. Like, yeah, I know niggas who don't. Yeah, no.
You can't have a mutual acquaintance where you're just like,
not what you would consider a friend. I don't know.
Steve Harvey's wild for that take. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I can understand where he's trying to come from. I think he's probably looking at the word friend in a very specific way.
I think he has an old way. He's an old head. So like, my thing is that when people get older, they get stuck in their ways.
Exactly.
So I think he's just like stuck in some old way. His
definition of a friend is probably extremely like
toxic.
Very focused on what he expects from a friend or what he considers a friend. Yeah, you might work with him or whatever, but I guess to him, you might be just an associate. You might not be a friend. You might not be a homie. You might just be someone who he works with, a coworker.
I will say, as a woman who has only ever really had women friends and knows women pretty intimately, I know that most women don't really have a whole lot of male friends for that exact reason. And unfortunately, there are good men that exist and, believe like that's toxic, but a lot of men do not believe that's toxic. They believe that's real, and that's...
Some dudes don't know how to turn it off.
And they can't, and it's just like...
Some dudes are just horny.
I literally, that's why, like, I have one male friend. Like, Josh is my homie. Like, he's my homie. He's only ever been my homie.
But he's not gay.
No.
There you go.
And other than that, like, the only men that I have in my life are gay.
There you go.
And Christian.
Yeah.
Hey. So you heard it here first, nigga. If you try some shit.
Yeah.
But that is unfortunately the reality is like a lot of men are. I mean, so that's the thing. Like, I don't want to sound like a fucking man hater because I'm not a man hater. I love Terrence.
I literally get the perspective.
I understand the perspective 100% too. Like, I have female friends. I have plenty of female friends.
I just think that it's crazy to go on a talk show and say that.
I just understand that those female friends low-key help me meet other women.
That's fair.
Yo, hell yeah.
So in that case...
Most dudes don't realize that, though. Most dudes think, like, they think short-term. They think, like, and what's in front of them. Nah, you get cool with the female. She brings you around other females. You fuck your female friends. It
seems like a primal way of thinking. Like, that's some primal characteristics.
Or even, not even fuck her friends, but you go out with girls that are your friends. Other women
girls
see
will
that.
come.
Other women see that and they're like, okay, this guy is chill. He's not, I can be cool around this dude because these women are cool.
Because there's really not a whole lot of guys that can like come and hang. Like even like when my girlfriends would bring dates or like a random dude or whatever, like a lot of the time they're not
being a guy around like 3 or 4 women is probably like an intense vibe if you're not gay, you know. Like you gotta be thinking.
It depends on what kind of women. Because I've been around that situation plenty of times.
You just have to like enjoy being friends with women. Like I feel like you maybe we're using women for something else, but
I mean generally out
for
here
access to more women.
Yeah, no, that 1,000%.
But then you have an entire room of people with different motives. You know, like there's gonna be one egg out of the bunch that like wants to get freaky. You know, and that can come from either side in that situation. Facts. You know, so I don't know, man. I just think it's a crazy take to talk about
when you have a corporate job. That is real.
I don't think he's talking about. That's the thing. I don't think he's talking about anyone you work with. You coworkers is different.
No, but just not even. No, not even.
He said friends though. He used the word
aside from work.
Someone you text, someone you hang out with, someone you do things with. Like,
but still, to say that as like a public figure, like that's a lot. That's what he's
more
saying.
or less what I'm saying. Yeah.
Like as a public figure, dog. Like chill.
I just think Steve Harvey, like, sit down, bro. Like, what are you?
I mean, it's a go for the women. Like, it's something for us to show and be like, hey.
I think the reason why he can say, I think he can say that because once again he's old, he's stubborn, but he's also living a very particular life. Not many people are living in the type of wealthy level that he's living. So,
and he probably thought that was very authentic.
Well,
to say.
Yeah, you being the rich man that you are, you can't have a bunch of female friends, bro. You look wild. A dude who's broke and who is just working a normal job, he can have a bunch of female friends and it won't look crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's just what it is, the difference. Like, if you are a fucking rich ass dude and you have mad female friends, people are just gonna assume you're fucking all of them. They're just gonna assume that.
Yeah.
If I work at McDonald's and I have a bunch of female friends, they're gonna assume those are my friends. Like, they're gonna assume those girls that I hang out with are my friends.
My first boyfriend I ever had cheated on me and had sex with a girl in the McDonald's bathroom where they worked at.
Oh, word.
That's fucking grimy.
I was so embarrassed.
I mean, hey, there you go. Fuck.
And then he married his sister. Married that girl's sister.
Oh, I was about to say, what? He married his
some Jerry Springer shit.
Straight up, I was so embarrassed. I was like, how could you do this?
Oh my goodness.
Any other crazy ass news going on?
Crazy news. The camera's dead.
The camera's dead.
Exclusive.
Well, I guess at least the rest of this episode will be audio exclusive.
Oh, yeah.
End of the day podcast.
Talking about Mortal Kombat. I guess what's the next thing to come out? You guys don't have Disney. Guys don't fuck with anything off Disney really too much.
We'll get around to it.
Yeah, fuck it. You guys don't really fuck with it.
It's in the queue somewhere. I'm gonna put it on my my app for credit.
Yeah. I told you, though, and I don't know if I said it on the podcast. Music-wise, that new Lil Yachty album's pretty cool. It's a little weird. It's a little different. It's Detroit music, so it's like very particular.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, it's like, I think it's called like the Michigan Boat or something like that. But that Young Dolph and Key Glock album, that shit is fucking fuego.
Did you like Moneybagg Yo?
I haven't gotten to that yet. I will be getting to that.
It's pretty
weekend.
good.
I'll be getting that to this weekend.
Some good features on there too.
Getting that to this weekend. I'm still waiting on Kendrick. All right, we get it, bro. You're the GOAT. You can make everyone fiend for your music if you just hold out, nigga. Just put out a single, bro. Like, Like,
high key. What happened to that music video that he was shooting?
That's what I'm saying. Like
It's been over a year, dog.
At this point, it's just like, bro, all right, what are you doing, nigga? Nigga, what are you doing, bro? Like,
probably just living life.
Drake's putting out 3-4 packs. J. Cole was doing still.
But let's be fair, Kendrick never really seemed like that guy that really wanted to be necessarily a public figure, you know? I feel like he just became that because of who he was.
I'm okay with him not being public, but nigga, put out a song. Yo, mad stuff has gone on in the past year, and one of the most conscious, intelligent rappers, most complex, intelligent rappers who can like talk in complex ways but still have a simple mind like mine's, like understand it, like, bro. And you don't say anything, my nigga. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are you doing, dog? Like, anything.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, just it's been years, bro. It's about to hit summer. Nigga, just release do a feature.
One
anything.
song.
Can you do so? It's. I feel like people are gonna look at it and they're gonna treat it the way I hate people do stuff nowadays. And they're gonna hate on it just because it's been mad long. Mm-hmm. And because I feel like he's probably going in a very different direction than what anything in the past has sounded like, I would imagine. So I feel like people were just gonna hate on it the second it releases, just because this nigga could have been working on it for 4 years and they'll air it in 5 minutes and say it's trash.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe it's oh shit. Maybe it's great.
Maybe it's great. I'm hoping that it's great. But nigga, put that shit out, bro. Come on, man, nigga. Like,
I agree with you on that one.
Like, bro, anything, bro. Like, anything. Niggas just sitting out here listening to this almost the same shit over and over again. God.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The new age music isn't doing it for me as much as it's just so fast. All this music is fast.
I agree.
It's just
I don't want to say it's throwaway, but it doesn't have staying power. I agree.
Yeah,
I agree 1,000%.
Like, I just feel like maybe 2 or 3 years ago we had albums where like I could still go back and listen. I still go back and listen to old Kendrick albums, or you know, just of that ilk, like those albums that really kind of laid an imprint. Like, I feel like all these new projects are just, they come and they go super fast. So
yeah, facts.
Kind of miss the old age of music where it was just like, you
waited for an album to come out and then you listened to it and then you waited for the next person to drop.
I think Drake is probably the next album
that's the next one that's expected, the next big one. Yeah, next big album.
Where's Rihanna? Where's Kendrick?
Yeah, Rihanna too. Yeah.
R9 is if she better release a new album not called R9. Like, I'm over it. I don't even want to hear it. I'm not the one to turn my back on Rihanna, but I'm getting sick of fucking waiting.
Yeah. Yeah,
I take it all back. Money. I'm sorry, Rihanna. I'm just frustrated.
She's making too much money in this. That's the thing. She's making.
I want R9.
Rihanna's making a bunch of money in other shit. I don't know what else.
No, and they stopped making Fenty Savage, or not Savage. They stopped making Fenty the straight up line, like the expensive bougie line.
Why?
I don't know. If you go to the website, I was trying to cop some glasses the other day or a couple months ago, and it said that they're no longer doing. They decided to stop doing it.
So now it's just Savage Fenty.
That's all she has is the lingerie and then her makeup line.
Oh,
that's still a huge empire.
But that's the thing though. Like, she's at least got that. I don't know what Kendrick's doing.
Kendrick, you got to give us something, bro.
I don't know if he's doing stocks or what. I don't know what he's doing in his free time.
He is ducked off.
This nigga ducked off.
Is he in LA?
Yeah, he's from out here. So I would imagine he's still out here.
Come on.
Yeah, I feel like at some point you have to acknowledge the fact that you are indebted to your fans slightly, and that you have to give them something.
Or at least let us know, like, hey, nigga, I ain't putting anything out,
like
bro.
An Instagram post.
That is something. Yeah. That is something.
Like, yo, nigga, I ain't putting shit out, bro. So y'all can stop waiting, nigga. Nothing's
like, you wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for all of these people. So, like, soothe them somehow.
Yeah, I understand y'all waiting, but nigga, y'all just might as well just listen to everything else out, because I'm good. I'm good.
Go back to Section 80.
Yeah, listen to my old shit. But yeah, anything else?
I think that was it for you for this week.
Word. Yeah. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for sticking around. This is a brand new episode, this latest episode of EOD. This is your boy Sin Supreme.
Sin Exclusive.
Yes, sir. It's your boy T.
T will exclusive.
And me, Kristen Elizabeth.
Yeah.
So I didn't fuck it
Y'all
up this
motherfuckers
time.
next week.
Peace, y'all.
See you later. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, cameras. No.
What'd you say? Fuck Amazon?
The camera's not.
Oh yeah, same.